Christina with the Gorgeous Geeks, and I'm here with Aaron Ashmore. How you doing?
I'm doing really well. How you doing?
I'm good. So most of our fans were huge fans of Smallville, and I just wanted to know, did you know that you weren't the Jimmy Olsen when you started?
No, I didn't know that. It was about 2 months before that sort of twist happened that they told me that this was going to happen. I was a little confused. I was like, huh? But, you just roll with it, you do it, and it turned out okay.
Okay. So were you glad that they asked you to come back for the finale to be the real Jimmy?
Yeah, I mean, I was happy to do that because I think that a lot of the fans were a little pissed that it kind of turned out that way, and I think that was a little bit of a way for them to kind of make that up and be like, oops, sorry, maybe that was kind of a weird twist, I was flattered to be asked back, and yeah, I liked it.
So what's it like having a twin brother that is also acting?
It's a little weird at the cons because, probably every 10 minutes somebody will come up and be like, oh, you're awesome in X-Men. I really loved you in that. I'm like, no, that's not me. That's my brother. But it's cool. It works out well. We've both been lucky enough to have careers sort of in the same genre, too, a lot of sci-fi stuff. So we've been really lucky, but it's a little confusing for some people.
So the episode of Fringe where you both were on was just absolutely amazing. What was it like working with him on that?
It was great. That's one of the very few times we've actually worked together on anything. So it was good. It was cool. It's like really weird to work with him because I know him so well as just my brother. So then to be acting with him as another character, it was really strange. But I think it worked out well. It was a lot of fun. Sean had long hair at the time, so they put a wig on me, and I was like, oh, this is going to look silly. But at the end of the day, when I watched it, I was like, oh, it worked perfectly. Like, it looked really good, so it was fun.
It was such an emotional episode. Were you two, like, goofing off behind the scenes? Or?
We always goof a little bit, but no, we took it pretty seriously. We wanted it to be good, as you always do. But no, so we buckled down, but we always goof around a little bit.
So was there ever, like, a role that you wanted or he wanted that each other had? Or?
We don't usually audition for the same stuff because usually one of us is working on one thing, so then, you're kind of out of the game for a bit. The other guy is going out for stuff. So I think Sean's had a great career. I would have loved to play a lot of the roles that he's gotten. I just think that they're interesting roles. So, I mean, in that sense, sure. Like, I would have liked to play, Iceman, or he's done a couple other movies, a movie called The Ruins that I thought turned out awesome. So yeah, sure, there's some roles that I really thought were really interesting and he did a great job on, and I would have liked to do those as well. But, it's a biz, right? You can't do them all, and I've been pretty fortunate with the stuff I've got to play too.
I mean, playing a Jimmy is pretty an iconic role, especially on Smallville is the longest running North American sci-fi show.
Yeah.
So, do you feel kind of honored to be part of that?
Yeah, for sure. Well, it's just like it's the generations, right? We did an interview at some point in the 7th season with all the Jimmies that were around, Sam Huntington, Mark McClure, Jack Larson. So it's like 3 generations of people that have all played the same role. And then when you're sitting down with those guys, you're like, oh, wow, this is pretty cool. Like, not too many people get to do this type of thing. And there's not that many roles or characters that kind of just keep going on. So, yeah, it feels great.
Did you guys, have war stories or who's the best Jimmy?
No. I mean,
bow ties a little better?
Well, I mean... Me, obviously, when I got a chance to work. No, it was just cool, just comparing things and stuff, and they were all very gracious and cool guys, so it's fun.
So your character on Warehouse 13 has obviously been through a lot. You're listed as undeceased, actually.
He's alive? He's dead? Is he alive? What's going on?
So can you tell us anything about what's happening next?
Well, I mean, I don't know where you guys are. I mean, we're in the 4th season, the second half of the 4th season, and we've got some awesome, great guest stars coming up. Anthony Head from Buffy, James Marsters, tons of other guest stars. So it's cool. I don't want to give too much away, character stuff or plot stuff, because I get in trouble for that. But it's going to be, the rest of the season is great. We just got picked up for another 6 episodes shooting in June or July, and then the show's done, so we're kind of at the end of our run, but yeah, it's going to be exciting. I think we're going to wrap it up good.
So we're the Gorgeous Geeks, so we always like to ask people, what is the geekiest thing about you?
That's an excellent question. Well, I don't know about geeky, but kind of like weird and stuff. Like, I have 2 cats and I talk to them a lot. Like, they're kind of like, they're my little babies, my little cats. So I don't know, I think that's kind of geeky. I talk to my animals, like baby voices and stuff sometimes, and I don't know. But I read a lot of comic books, which, as, I guess, geeky. I guess that's considered geeky.
I mean, it's normal here.
I know, that's the thing. I was like, I totally enjoy it, so I don't think it's that geeky, but technically it probably would be.
We're for geek pride.
I love it. So I don't know. I'm sort of geeky. I'm not like crazy geeky, but I do like comic books. I like sci-fi stuff. I mean, not only do I like making the shows, I like watching them and stuff. So yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem.